All right, let's talk about leveling up your career. We're going to frame this as a quest, and our map, well, it's the world of data science. So let's just get right to it. Do you ever feel like you're just stuck in a career rut? You're wondering what the next big move is supposed to be. Believe me, it's a super common feeling. But the good news is there's a way out. And that way out, it's pretty amazing. Just imagine being able to unlock the power of data, not just to see what happened, but to actually help predict the future. Think about becoming so valuable, so essential, that you're basically indispensable. Yeah, that's the promise we're diving into. Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, we've got to decode the map. What on earth is data science, really, once you strip away all the jargon and the buzzwords? At its heart, data science is really just the art of solving problems with data, step by step. And here's the most important thing to get. It's not about being some kind of coding genius. It's way more about being a detective, asking the right questions and then using the data to hunt down the answers. And let's just bust a couple of huge myths right now. People think you have to be a math whiz, that it's some kind of magic black box. Nope. The reality? It's all about creative problem solving. It's a methodical process. And honestly, it's a skill that you can absolutely learn. So why is this a big deal right now? Well, because we are living through a total data explosion. I mean, it's everywhere. And with AI becoming a bigger and bigger deal, being able to understand and work with data isn't just a bonus skill anymore. It's becoming the skill. Seriously, now is the time to jump in. Okay, so where do you fit into this picture? Let's talk about finding your role. Think of it like a video game. It's time to choose your character for this whole adventure. And listen, here's the best part. You are not starting from zero. Seriously, whether you're in marketing, finance, healthcare, whatever, you already have skills and industry knowledge that are super valuable. You're just looking to add a new superpower to what you can already do. And there are a bunch of different ways to play. You could be a data analyst, who's like the interpreter, finding the story hidden in the numbers, or maybe a data engineer, who's the architect that builds all the systems to handle the data. Then there's the data scientist, who develops models to make predictions, and you've even got machine learning specialists who focus on those really complex algorithms. Each one is a totally vital part of the team. So, you've thought about your character class. Now it's time to assemble your gear. We're talking about the essential toolkit you're going to need for this journey. The foundation of your toolkit, it's going to be a couple of programming languages. Think of Python as the ultimate Swiss Army knife. It's super versatile and can do pretty much anything you need. Then you have R, which is more of a specialist's tool. It was built specifically for heavy-duty statistical work and making amazing charts and graphs. Now, you're going to run into some technical-sounding terms like regression analysis. I know, it sounds intimidating, right? But all it really is finding the main trend in your data. Drawing that line of best fit through a bunch of points so you can make a good guess about what comes next. It's a really powerful idea once you get it. It's the same thing with machine learning. You can basically think of it in two main flavors. You've got supervised learning, which is like having a teacher give you a bunch of examples with all the answers labeled. And then there's unsupervised learning, where you're more like an explorer, venturing into raw data to discover hidden patterns all by yourself. Okay, so we've got our map, we've picked a character, and we're starting to assemble our gear. Now for the really exciting part. It's time to build your launchpad and actually get this quest started. The most important thing here is not to get overwhelmed. So here is a super simple 3-step action plan. Step 1, learn the fundamentals. Step 2, build a portfolio to show what you can do. And step 3, network with people who are already in the field. That's it. That's the path. And you don't have to figure this out alone or spend a fortune. There are amazing online courses on places like Coursera and edX. If you want to go all in, you can check out a boot camp. And hey, there are tons of fantastic free resources on YouTube and sites like Haggle, not to mention all the online communities that are there to help you out. Let me be clear about this. Your projects are everything. A resume just lists what you say you can do. A portfolio proves it. Each project tells a story about how you think and how you solve real problems. Honestly, it is the most powerful tool you have. Which brings us to the final leg of our quest, finding the treasure. So what's the big payoff here? What do you get for putting in all this work? The payoff is just a massive amount of opportunity. And I'm not just talking about tech companies.
We're seeing it in healthcare, making patients safer. We see it in finance, catching fraud. We see it in retail, figuring out what customers actually want. The demand for these skills is just exploding everywhere.
Look, let's just call it what it is. Being able to understand and talk about data, what we call data literacy. It isn't a nice-to-have skill anymore. It's quickly becoming the new baseline. It's a non-negotiable skill for pretty much any serious professional. And that's really what this all boils down to. We started off talking about predicting the future, but the real power here is being prepared for it. Future-proofing your career isn't about having a crystal ball. It's about having the skills to adapt and thrive no matter what comes next. And that's what data science gives you. It's your preparation. So, your data-driven future is right there, waiting for you. The only thing left now is to decide, what's the first question you're going to ask?